Oh, the target is the same guy's back here. He's stunned. I stunned him. I don't know. He's probably behind the car for you.
Nope.
There you go.
Dang, bro. So a lot of you guys see I am sniping and it's been a while. And what the crazier thing about this is, guys, I am using this on console. This is on PlayStation 5. A lot of you guys who watch me on twitch.tv/nothing-but-skills, you guys see that. And I show you my controller, show you exactly what I'm using. And well, this is one of my favorite builds that I haven't used in a long time. And this thing just works great in solo or group play, and I'll show you guys how to build it. If you guys want to be able to one-shot these gold or named enemies, well, this is the build for you. And like you're seeing, there's 2 of us in this group, right? 2 people in here, which means that they're larger health pools, so we could still one-shot those enemies. Now, I'll be showing you exactly how you need to build the build if you want to get the most damage possible out of this one. So if you guys are ready, let's get into it. So for the specialization, you guys can see we are running the TAC 50. Well, that means that we are running the sharpshooter specialization, and that's going to be the best bet for this sniper build. Now for our weapons, we are running the Nemesis. This is going to be my primary, my go-to. 2.4 million damage, 5-round mag. We have marksman rifle, headshot damage, critical hit chance, and then it has the special talent. Shots fired deal 0 to 100% weapon damage based on how long you hold it. Now for the secondary, we are using the mop. I think this is great because it comes with shotgun damage, damage to armor, armor on kill, and then I like putting preservation on my mop. And what that does, it allows me to repair my armor over 5 seconds for 10%. Now if I get headshots, that's an additional 10%, so we can have 20% there. So this is actually a great way. If I'm in a corner, enemies come towards me, I'm still gonna hit really hard with it, and it will help me survive. If we get into the build pieces, you guys can see we are running a 4-piece aces and eights. What that means is the 2-piece gives us 15% marksman rifle, 3-piece gives us 30% headshot damage, and then the 4-piece, it's where this build gets good because after 5 cards are flipped, the damage of the next shot is amplified by 30%. The more shots enhanced, the better, and you can get up to 4 shots, 3 shots, 2 shots, so it's kind of cool. Now we do have weapon damage, headshot damage, and then a headshot damage mod on this mask. Now this chest piece is going to be the chest piece you guys want to get. It's a Providence chest piece that gives us 15% headshot damage. We have weapon damage, we have headshot damage, we have a critical hit damage roll, and then we have a headshot damage mod. But the talent is the talent you want to get. And the reason why is because after killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds deals an additional 125% damage. Yes, 125% damage. But this actually gets improved because the damage is capped at 800% of your weapon's damage, but this is raised to 1250 if your headshot damage is greater than 150%, which you'll see we will have. And if you watch any of the gameplay, you'll see once I have Headhunter procced, getting those headshots is almost a one-hit kill on everybody. Just look at that. And look how the numbers double. I was at 13 million, I hit 28 million, and then even look at this one. It's just gonna keep going up. And I think the final hit you guys probably saw in some of the gameplay was probably around 50 million. Now I believe this build caps out almost 110 million, I think, with running the Achilles pulse, and it can even get higher. That's just solo, so you can definitely push the numbers pretty crazy with this build. But if you guys have no buffs but your own, typically, and with no Achilles pulse, probably be around the 50-54 million. So one-shotting enemies shouldn't be too hard. I believe the only guys you can't one-shot are those huge tank builds. But yeah, everything else should be perfectly fine. For the holster, this is our second piece of aces and eights with weapon damage and headshot damage. For the knee pads, another aces and eights piece with weapon damage and headshot damage. Our fourth and final piece of aces and eights are the gloves with weapon damage, headshot damage. And what it really allows you to hit with this build is the backpack, the Rowdy backpack with the 10% marksman rifle damage for the 1 piece. This one has weapon damage, headshot damage, critical hit chance, and then a headshot damage roll. So you can kind of see the trend, a lot of headshot damage stacked on this build. And then obviously we have vigilance, increased total weapon damage by 25%. But if we do take damage, that buff will be disabled for 4 seconds. So that's why the key with this build is trying to make sure all your procs are active, So that way you can drop these enemies with one shot and hit those high numbers, because that is how you are going to be able to one shot a lot of these enemies. Now remember, you can switch out the Raldi backpack with an Raldi chest and then put Providence backpack versus a Providence chest. So those pieces can be switched. If we take a look at the stats, you can see we have 61% critical hit damage, 24% critical hit chance, 325% headshot damage. So that means Headhunter is going to be pushed up over that 150 headshot damage for that extra damage. And then the damage alone on the build is 2.4 million. And that's why we're able to one-shot these enemies with this build. And that's why it's one of my favorite builds in the game. Now for the skills, I will tell you, I like running the decoy because the decoy allows the enemies to focus on that. And then I do like running the scanner pulse because it allows me to highlight multiple enemies. And what I'm going to show you is the scanner pulse right now and why it's good for when you're running a sniper build in a group. You can see where all these enemies are once you pop it. Obviously, if somebody runs an Achilles pulse and you get those headshots, you're going to hit really hard. But for practical uses, the pulse is 100% better because it allows you to know exactly where the enemies are coming from, when they're peeking out, and then you can land those headshots and then drop them. And if you can keep Headhunter procced, if you can keep aces and eights procced, well, that's when you'll see those numbers and you'll see those enemies drop. So hopefully you guys try this build out. If you guys haven't, hopefully you guys pull this one out the stash and have one of your teammates run it. I'm telling you guys, I am having a blast running this build. And you don't even have to stay in cover. Look what I'm doing. I'm actually in the fight. One of my teammates is actually pulling the aggro a little bit more. And I have my decoy drone right over there. It just went down. So they started aiming at me. He pulls forward, allows me to regroup a little bit and get right back in the battle. So yeah, it's been a while since I sniped, so my aim was a little bit off, but man, once I started landing those shots, you just saw the enemies start to drop. And it's kind of cool because I'm helping him actually farm right now. He just got back into the game. As you can see, he's only level 51 shade. So this actually helps us get through control points a lot faster. I could run a skill build. Skill builds work great too. But if sometimes I just want to be able to shoot things, right? Shooting things is a lot funner than letting your skills do all the work. So being able to pop these headshots, drop these enemies, and still help him is a win-win situation. So, well guys, we're gonna wrap up the video here. Make sure if you guys have any questions, use the comment section down below. Remember, I do stream on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/nothingbutskills. And I usually stream daily at night. So probably 4 to 5 times a week you can catch me live over there. Make sure you go drop a follow over there if you guys want to catch me live, ask questions, hang out. We definitely do play other games besides the Division, so just be ready for that. I think recently we've been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Extraction, but yeah, you can definitely catch us playing other games over there. So wrap this up here, guys. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. I will see you guys in the next Division 2 video, but until then, hey, nothing but skills out.
You saw the picture I sent you, so you know it's not alive.
Maybe they should shut